better than what the Ram situation is. And your weaponry is an upgrade. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle looks pretty good. You got a solid tight end in Jonnu Smith. You got A-Chain, a young, great talent at running back. I'm not saying he's top talent, but he's damn sure good. Mostert, when he gets back healthy, he'll be all right. Your defense is okay in Miami. If I'm Matthew Stafford, I wouldn't mind requesting a trade. And if I'm Miami, I would explore it. Because the fact of the matter is, with Tua situation, you don't know the long-term effect on it. Is he going to sit out? And you also got to address it, because even if he does come back healthy and does come back to play, we cannot, without a shadow of doubt, say he will never, ever, ever get another concussion again. You cannot say that. So you have to address your quarterback situation in Miami regardless. And right now, sorry, Skylar Thompson, I saw a lot of you in Kansas State. You're okay. You're not ready for that position. That's not you. You can't make another trade with another team, is because if my starting quarterback goes out and I already gave you my backup, I'm shit out of luck. So you're not going to get another backup from another team because they need that backup. So you're not going to find a great serviceable quarterback sitting on the street right now, because if that was the case, you'd already been there. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think.
I got one. We need a reunion. We need a remarriage. They were divorced. They had some problems. One kicked one out of the house. If you want to say the Ross family kicked one out of the house, and he came up to Nashville for a little bit, got his party on, and now he's out the league, ready to come back again. Who are we talking about? Mr. Ryan Tannehill. Ready to get back to Miami.
I don't hate it. I don't hate that. Because Ryan Tannehill, because he used to play
garbage. Let's just be honest. He left Kansas State and he looked like Kansas trash. That's what he looked like. Okay? I don't know what Kansas trash look like, but I assume you do because you live there. So I'm not sure.
But look, whether it's Matthew Stafford, Ryan Tannehill, they have to address it. They have to. Well, okay. I think they should have already addressed it 2 years ago. The moment that Tua had those consecutive concussions that season, you should have already been looking for insurance. And I'm saying insurance because you never know. That means whether you were going to draft a quarterback, you could draft a quarterback in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round and been solid insurance. Or
Packers do it every 3 years.
They gave
Jordan Love looking like the next Aaron Rodgers. Like,
thank you. They've given y'all the blueprint on how to handle your quarterback situation. Whether you agree with it or not, they gave you the blueprint. Whether you get them in the first.
Don't be the Raiders. Don't go from Aiden O'Connell to Gardner Minshew. Don't do that.
How to me this is negligence. How do you not address this situation when you know what you was dealing with 2 years ago? Okay, I give Tua his credit. Stayed healthy last year. Fine. But you're playing football. You can't guarantee that you will never, ever, 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 ever get another concussion again.
One of the scariest moments of my life that did not involve me was the day. One was when I watched what happened to Damar Hamlin.
Yes.
But the next one was when I watched what happened to Tua. When he got injured, he went into like a seizure. And his fingers were like, I was like, oh my God, he might be dead. Like, that's not good. That's not good.
And on that last concussion, his hands did the same thing immediately. And I was like,
I didn't see that. So I'm just thinking back to the one a few years ago. So that's the thing, you got to have a backup ready. And that's nothing against Tua. Dude, we love you. Prayers up. Like, I'm glad you got your money. I'm really glad he got his money. Because Hawaii as a state in general needs more help than the United States has given them. I know I lived there for 3 years when I was in the military. They need a lot of help there. And the fact that he can take that money back and bring it back to that community is amazing. And I am so happy. I don't care if he runs away with it. You look like he's a thief in the night. I don't give a fuck because he's helping out. But the thing is, like, you've got to protect your organization. And I'm sorry. Like, it don't matter if you're Wayne Gretzky when he was having concussions. It don't matter who you are. We've got to protect our organization. We've got to protect these billions of dollars. And we're going to have a fucking backup.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. Hey, no cap detected. Look, Dolphins did themselves no favor. You put yourself in the corner. I'm not saying blame this on Tua's fault. No. You did not have good business savvy in this situation. You did not prepare yourself for insurance. I mean, hell, I pay car insurance every month. I think it's a ripoff, but it's insurance.
A ripoff, but you do it.
Look, yeah, it's a ripoff, but when I get in an accident, I'm glad I got it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're glad you got it. Right.
I'm glad I got it. Whether wasting $2-3 million a year on a backup quarterback that's going to sit the pine, so be it. You're going to need it because look, lo and behold, Skylar Thompson is not the option, and your well of options to come in and do anything is very limited right now.
Yeah, I mean, I joked around about Tannehill. That's really not the answer either. That's not going to win in the Super Bowl. So.
But it's damn sure better than Skylar Thompson. Saying it's tongue in cheek that you said it, but the realness about it is I would trust Tannehill, who has experience, and I'm pretty sure you just
got nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, make a quick connection with Tyreek Hill. I mean, you got the weaponry that
Flacco did with Cleveland last year.
Go in there and just start.
They have to call Joe Flacco here in a second if Deshaun Watson keep.
Man, that's another.
Can we talk about this? Can we talk about? I'm gonna bring this up on our show on Thursday, anyways. But very quick, can we talk about how the Cleveland Browns ruined their whole entire franchise because they bet on a fucking molesting quarterback?
Well, I think the ownership has done this already because they gave Jerry Jeudy a contract sight unseen. They have a problem with giving people money sight unseen. So it's not just Deshaun Watson that they've done this with. I think this is an ownership thing. You have to look. I'm just gonna be honest. Every girlfriend I had to test drive that thing. I didn't want to just be with you. Every car I've ever gotten, I test drove that thing. I need to see how I ride. My thing is how do you not test drive the quarterback? How do you not test drive the wide receiver? How do you not test drive any player, but you just giving them millions and millions sight unseen? I'm just being honest, though. I've never had a girlfriend that I didn't test drive. I need to see how that thing ride. All right?
Look, I'm going to say that.
Hey, I'm just saying, dog. Hey, man.
I come from a Catholic family. And in the Catholic religion, they believe that you should not have sex till after you get married. And so, Mark, when I was a teenager, right, my mom took me to church all the time. I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to try to, just wait until I get married. I mean, obviously it didn't happen. Lost my virginity in high school. I was smashing chicks. I was smashing them off. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, if I was Catholic and I decided that I wanted to do that, what would happen if I got married and then found out that we were not compatible sexually? And now we get divorced. Well, isn't that against the religion as well? So, like, what am I doing here? I'm competing. Like, no, I'm going to have sex first and figure out if we're compatible because I ain't going to be married to you forever if I don't know that we can have sex. Sorry.
I need to see if that thing hitting right, bro. Hey, if people can fake the phone all they want to. Hey, I need to be a little Uncle Shay find me and Michelle too. All right?
Hey, if Jesus wants me to get married properly and not get divorced, then I need to try out the weaponry first. You know what I mean?
I-
He had to test out the weaponry.
But the analogy Fitz was wrong with Cleveland because it's not just Deshaun Watson that they just gave.
Wow, I forgot we were talking about Cleveland. Where's
But no, I mean, no. In all honesty, they set their franchise back because not only you talking about the 231 guaranteed, fully guaranteed. I don't care what they say about it. 231 fully guaranteed. Then that's not even talking about the draft picks that you gave up, multiple number ones. You know what I'm saying? So decisions like that set your franchise back. And now 13, 14 games in that he's played for them, he's probably got maybe 1.25 of actual good, productive football. Like that's not conducive for what you did. Hey, you live by decisions and you die by them. Point blank period. Point blank period.
We're gonna die by this horribly.
Give me your thoughts on the. I don't mean to backtrack, but I need to hear your thoughts because I love your analytical thinking for sure. You're very concise with your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on this whole Bryce Young situation. I said enough today and I said enough yesterday, but I need to hear your take on this.
First of all, they will give him another chance. There's no way that you're going to spend your draft pick, number one draft pick, and be embarrassed. If I know one thing about David Tepper and his horrible ownership and his horrible personality and him probably being one of the worst people we've ever met, is that he's not going to give up on something that he invested money into. That's not what billionaires do. They don't do that, right? Some of them, like Warren Buffett, they cut their losses very early on if they see it's not starting to work. All the other ones hang on as long as possible until it doesn't work anymore and then cut their losses. And that's what's happening here, as you can see, year after year after year. And I said this when Bryce Young came out of college because I was a Tua fan. And when Tua was still in Alabama, I was like, he is going to be an NFL quarterback for at least 5-10 years and be good. And he's proven that. But when Bryce Young came out, I said he's too small. He's not going to be able to man the quarterback position unless he has a top 5 offensive line. Mm-hmm. And even then, those offensive linemen can't be over 6'6", or he ain't going to be able to throw the ball over. So I feel that David Tepper as an owner is one of the worst owners we've ever seen in our whole entire lives. I think he continually put coaches in bad positions. You bring Frank Wright in when he has no coaching experience whatsoever. He's just the OC at Buffalo and has a couple good years. And you think because people call him the quarterback whisperer that he's going to all of a sudden be able to make Bryce Young the next thing. You bring him up. You give up on him after 12 games. That is the preeminent factor and preeminent decisive, what is that called? Symptom of bad ownership is when you continually churn your coaches, churn your players, getting rid of people instead of having consistency. The best franchises have consistency. Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin.
You got 3 coaches.
Fucking coaches in 80 years? 70? How many? Yeah, 60. I don't care. Damn it, man. That is what you do. Yeah. That is what you do if you want to win. And David Tepper is the antithesis. Damn it. When I get mad, I can't say this word. And I can say it perfectly when I'm teaching class. But when I get very mad, I can't say it. He is the antithetical of everything that is proper ownership.
Absolutely. No, I'm right there with you. And the crazy thing is, he was a minority owner with the Pittsburgh Steelers and learned not a damn thing, bro. Learned not a damn thing on how to run a franchise. He gets his own franchise as a major owner and forgets everything that he learned. I definitely needed to hear your thoughts on that because I think it's a trickle down effect from top to bottom, from the damn owner down to the janitor. That whole franchise is a damn mess.
But there's no way you can tell me, and we're gonna get right back into this because don't worry, I want you to go off, King, but don't worry.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can tell me that you're gonna let Andy Dalton play the rest of the season and not put Bryce Young back in at some point.
No, Bryce Young is definitely going to get back in because there's going to be a point in time where Andy Dalton is going to be looking at the same crap that he's dealing with. It's going to happen to him, and then Canales is going to have no choice but to put Bryce Young back in.
Canales, you bum. Frank Wright, you bum. Both of y'all got hired by I want you to keep going off, King. Keep going off.
It's a mess. David Tepper he's literally. I don't know what he's doing. Obviously, he had the bad behavior in Jacksonville, throwing drinks on fans, and
what is that about?
That was
crazy. What is that about?
That was crazy. He throws a drink on me.
You're gonna throw a drink on me? I spent $60 to
like
sit in these nosebleed ass seats. And
I would like a motherfucking dog. I would have sued like a motherfucker.
I'd have swung. I'd have swung and be like, he did it. I need to sue. He threw it in my face. I couldn't see. I started swinging. I'm not sure what happened. Sue his ass. Give me $1 billion.
The carbon dioxide in the Sprite is fucked up my vision. Legally blind. I'm legally blind.
Give me all your money and the Panthers franchise because I'll run that shit better than you, fucker.
Better than you, dog. Better than you. Because then just look at it. So look what he's done since he came in. Matt Rule, Frank Wright, the interim coach who I forgot that was after Frank Wright. Then now you got Canales. And Bryce Young has started 3 of the 4 in 19 games. Where do you expect him to succeed? In order to get Bryce Young, you gave away multiple first rounds, you gave away multiple second rounds, and hey, the best offensive weapon we have at this point in time, DJ Moore. Yeah, I need that quarterback. Take my best offensive. If there was anybody that was hands off, it was DJ Moore. Anybody that was hands off, it was DJ Moore. You don't bring back Brian Burns. Christian McCaffrey has left and looked like he's found the fountain of.
Just traded the best running back in the league. Like he wasn't worth anything.
So when you look at all these and your general managers that you're putting in the positions, what are we doing?
Apparently, the only statue this fucker wants is a statue of that stupid panther outside the stadium. Apparently,
look, it's literally a shit show. So I don't even think Canales is really look. And I'm not.
You know what? No, I got a bone to pick real quick.
Go ahead.
You know what, David Tepper? Listen up. I was in Charlotte 3 weeks, a month ago for our fantasy football draft. Me and the 703 boys, Clubber D was there. And we tried to go to a Panthers game because we found out, they got $125 tickets in the preseason. Okay, cool. People selling them for mad cheap. We go up to the box office. They try to sell us these tickets for $25. We said, ma'am, there are no people in there. Why would we pay $25 to go in your stadium? And they continued to try to charge us $25. And David Tepper, we walked away, all 6 of us. And you lost all of our money because you're an asshole.
Hey, what's going on, Chappie? He says, my Cardinals put the NFC on notice on Sunday. Marvin Harrison Jr. out here looking like a young Randy Moss.
What do you say about that? What do you say about the Cardinals? 40 points, 44.
Look, I'll say this. I might have been wrong about the Cardinals. I called them I called them a scrappy, crappy team. They are scrappy. I don't think they're necessarily crappy. I think I might have been wrong about them because I don't know how far they're going to go with it. Obviously, it's early in the season. They're 1-1. They should have beaten Buffalo. They could have gotten that victory. And they beat up on a very hospice situation that they got down in LA for the Rams. Yeah. But no, hey, that's not their fault. Their team's beat up. You still got to show up on Sundays, and and win or lose, or healthy or unhealthy, and they showed up and they got the base.
But I did only predict them for 5 wins, so I'm kind of worried right now.
Yeah. No, well, I really didn't know what to expect with Marvin Harrison Jr. I didn't like what was going on with him in the week 1 game. One target. I think he had like one catch on it for like 4 yards and like a few targets. And then Kyler has the nerve to say it's not my job to get him targets. Yes, it is. That is exactly your job.
Well, that's the only job you have. I don't know what other job you think you have. It's not handing the ball to James Conner. I'm sure he can handle that himself. He can take it from the center and do it himself. You need to pass the fucking ball, sir.
No surprise. Second game, he gets just about all the targets in the world, and he had that first touchdown when he dragged the feet in the back of the end zone. Beautiful. Oh my God. Oh, beautiful. Oh no, Marvin Harrison Jr. I already said it. He should be the Rookie of the Year. As long as he stays healthy, he'll be a one for Rookie of the Year.
There's not even another choice, I don't think, because Caleb Williams and the other quarterbacks have all started out slow. So if he was to do another game like this next week, he's already in the front line.
Controversial signing with my team in Kansas City. And the only reason why I say controversial, Kareem Hunt makes his way back to Kansas City.
Hey, I'm trying to pick him up tonight on fantasy. Why are you putting him out there like that? Don't nobody know he's still on the waiver wire, son.
But no, I'll be honest. And for those who never saw the video, the reason why I'm saying it's controversial is because this was the reason why he was released in the first place. TMZ got a hold of it. He was at a hotel. That's Kareem right there in Cleveland. And a young lady right there. He obviously shoves her. She punches him. There was reportedly some alcohol involved that they might have been under the influence. Obviously, friends are trying to get him back in. He's being angry. She's still around. She gets knocked over along with another guy. And then, of course, they're still trying to restrain him. And the reason why he got released from the Chiefs is because obviously the cops did show up. They were there, and he made it seem like it was nothing. And then months later, the video comes out. And this was in the middle of, I think, the 2018 season, Patrick's rookie year. It was Kareem's second year with the Chiefs. He wasn't truthful with what happened with the ownership, Andy Reid, Clark Hunt, and pretty much that's what led to him getting released. He eventually got suspended for 8 games the year later before finishing off with Cleveland. And look, I'm not condoning any violence with women. We don't do that, all right? So I'm not absolving him for what he did. However, he's already served his time, his suspension. Legally, whatever was handled with Cleveland has already surpassed. But that's already been handled. He's already paid his dues with that. He paid his 8-game suspension with the NFL. There's been a lot of hate about the signing of him coming back to Kansas City. Amongst a lot of people in the Chiefs community, I've been noticing on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And what irritates me about it is I think people pick and choose depending on who you are and what you look like. They move the needle on the forgiveness. They move the needle on, because we got a guy that's running for presidency with so many felonies. We could forget about his sexual assault allegations, but put him in the damn Oval Office. But we can't let a brother get forgiven for his transgressions, which he's already paid for. All right. But damn him play football. All I'm saying is you can't.
How long ago was that?
That was at least, I want to say 2018.
I mean, come on now.
2018, yeah.
Come on now. We all make mistakes. We all do stupid shit. You know how many times I've been in the hotel drunk with my girlfriends and my boyfriends, and we're all beating on each other, and we're all, how many times I body slammed one of my chick friends while we were drunk, and they all laughed it off. I mean, look, now obviously that's not what that was,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we all make mistakes, and that was 6 years ago. I thought we were already past that. Now, I'm not forgiving what he did. What he
No.
did was despicable. It was unacceptable. He should not have hit her like that. Now, when I say I'm body slamming, obviously we're joking around, we're having fun. That didn't look like it might have been joking around. But at the same time, right, we have to understand that years pass and things heal, people change, people learn lessons. I can't tell you how much trouble I've been in my life where I've had to learn lessons from and had to grow out of, and I'm not that same person anymore that I used to be. I am, again, not saying anything that he did was right in that video because it was completely and unacceptably abhorrent. But what I am saying is that was a long ass time ago, and you cannot judge signing someone now, 6 years later, on what they did that long ago.
Hey, there's people that do it. There's people that are literally, not agreeing with the signing because of what happened 4 or 5 years ago.
Those same people are the same people that you mentioned. And look, and we'll talk about this more on Thursday. By the way, shout out, let me give a little quick plug. Venture Brawls and Bravado number 7 on Thursday with your boy Wildcard Mar. I'm going to have Mel on there as well and Clubber D. And we're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about the Tyreek Hill incident. We're going to talk about some other incidents that have been going on recently. But this is one of those things. Like, okay, we all make mistakes. How long can you judge me, and how long can you put me in a position of deficit, in a position of less than, because I made a mistake?
Yeah.
How much do I have to be punished, and how much do I have to serve you before I am absolved of the mistake that I committed? And the problem is, and again, I hate politics. I hate politicians. They're all as Ric Flair said, they're liars, cheaters, and scums, right? They're all in the same boat. They're all working together. If you think your conservative politician is telling you something, sorry, they're working with their liberal buddy and making money off your mark ass. So know that they're all working together, and politics is a work. That being said, I watch politics. I watch a lot of it because of that. Because you can understand how to work other people. You can understand how the psychology works and how these people can convince a whole country of what they're doing is right when what they're doing is actually wrong. And again, I don't care about politicians. I don't care about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. But what I do know is you're right. When you have someone who has committed 34 felonies and these people still support him but won't support Colin Kaepernick because he goes down on a knee to protest police brutality, that is racism, stereotyping, and bullshit all at the same time.
Goes back to my original statement. Depending on who you are and what you look like, people will move the needle.
I'm a veteran, and I fought for people to protest the way they feel like. And if Colin Kaepernick feels like he needs to be on a knee in order to protest police brutality, he's not protesting the flag. That was just the only time that he would be seen. And that's what people don't understand. And as a veteran, a military member I support any way you want to protest. If you want to get on a fucking knee, I get on a knee with you.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, man, people will move the needle on who you are and what you look like. And that level of forgiveness. My thing is, bottom line, if you ain't got no vitriol or hate towards Trump or any big name guy or women that have done something horrific and been forgiven, but you got all the hate in the world for Kareem Hunt, who just wants to play football.
I mean, I get it, right? He hit her. It didn't look good. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't.
And that was at the heightened time of the whole Me Too movement. I think that's what also got him kind of.
They're drunk. They've been drinking all night. The whole bunch of people that have been drinking. And she first. Like, I'm sorry. And I'll go back to this again. And I have a friend, and I'm not going to call her name out right now, but we used to get drunk together and we'd slap the shit out of each other just for fun. Like, and I'm not saying that's what that was, but what I'm saying is that you've got to understand that young people make mistakes. And young people do stupid things when they're drinking or when they're under the influence. And I'm not saying that it's right to be under the influence, but what I'm saying is that people make mistakes, and there takes two to tango. And whether that girl did anything to him or not, or whether he did anything back, it's 6 fucking years later. They've probably both forgiven each other. Let it go.
You know what you brought up right there that really definitely brought it all home for me. It takes two to tango. Because in that video, it wasn't just Kareem Hunt.
No.
It was to me.
Of course, it's a harder blow because he's bigger than her. Of course.
I think there's enough I guess responsibility for the bad situation that could enough to go around for more than one person in that situation. It just happens that, hey, NFL player, video, hey, gotcha.
But it wasn't Ray Rice.
No. Not to that degree. Not to that degree. But like I said, we're not absolving Kareem.
No. We are not. No, we are not defending it at all. It was horrible. He should have been inside the room and should have never even came out.
He got to own up for what he did, which he has. He's done his 8-game suspension.
But that's exactly right. He's owned up for it. He served his suspension. It's 6 fucking years later. Let it fucking go.
He's had to deal with the situation with the Cleveland police at that point in time. He's dealt with a suspension.
Why are we talking about this in Kansas City? I don't even understand.
The reason why is because people can't let certain things go. That's why I brought up the. That's why
it might get you canceled. I apologize.
No, you're good, bro.
They got you canceled.
Hey, no. Look, you got to understand, man. This is a free space where we keeps it real. He literally has served his time and his punishment for that situation. We also got to look at his NFL career. He was at the height of his career. 2 years into the league, led the league in rushing his rookie year, was doing great his second year. Patrick Mahomes' first year as a starter. All right. So guess what happens now? He misses out on being a Super Bowl champion. At least a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He misses out on that. He misses out on probably a big NFL contract, because we got to remember what the trajectory that he was going on and the way the Chiefs were going. He could have easily been part of his 3 Super Bowl wins. He could have easily been highly paid running back. So he's missed out on millions. He's missed out on Super Bowl championships.
Oh yeah.
So
that one mistake, he lost out on millions and millions of dollars.
A lot. That one.
Again, you're right, and that's what blew my mind, because I saw him and I go back to fantasy. I'm sorry, y'all, but I saw him on the waiver wire the other day, and I was like, "There's no way Kareem Hunt's on the waiver wire. Like, what? Is he hurt? He's healthy. Wait, what? Like, are we still punishing this fool for this shit 6 years later?"
I just find that the hypocrites just find it.
All of you are hypocrites. I'm so sick and tired of the hypocrites, because y'all do so much shit in your life too. And don't worry, because everything in the dark will come into the light. Y'all always do this shit, and then you always try to get on the minorities or on the lesser folks, the homeless people, the less fortunate people, black, brown people. Just wait.
Yeah. Hey, what are some of your biggest takeaways right now going on in NFL that you think need to get talked about? What are some of the things that you're like, man, somebody needs to be paying attention to this?
The Dallas Cowboys look bad.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, you can't get beat that bad. I love you, Derek Carr, but I mean, there ain't no second coming to Derek Carr. He's just played 2 sorry teams, and the Cowboys are sorry right now. And I hate to say that because they were my Super Bowl pick last year, and I still think they'll make the playoffs, but they're not looking good. But who is looking great, and someone that I also had as my Super Bowl pick last year, but that I also put down this year, the Buffalo Bills. Looking on the come up. they got rid of Stephon Diggs. I thought that would be their downfall, and instead they have just
Okay,
used Josh Allen and James Cook to not even need a wide receiver core.
I need to see a little bit more before I
Sure.
go on Buffalo.
Yeah, you asked me after 2 games, brother. What you want me to do? I'm just giving you.
No. I'm just saying. Look, I give Von Miller his credit. He's found the fountain of youth, and he's been playing lights out first 2 games. You know,
Way to escape a domestic violence charge. By the way, we ain't heard nothing about that since then.
woo, yeah. Josh Allen. Hey, look, all I'm saying is Josh Allen's been playing a lot of hero ball. So that still worries me. And if you
I'm posting my damn James Cook fantasy touchdowns.
yeah, he's taking them away from Cook. And then also, I'm worried about their next 4 games. Their schedule's brutal.
Who we got on the schedule?
I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I just looked at it the other day, but is looking very brutal. And like I said, I'm not dissing on the Cardinals. I just need to, I don't know what to really think about the Cardinals as of yet. I think they're strapped.
Yeah, I mean, last week could have been a fluke for all we know. Because I mean, they should not have. The Bills played a horrible first week, dude. The Bills should have blown the Cards out.
So obviously they got the Jaguars this weekend. They should be able to win that. But you got Ravens, Texans, division game with the Jets.
Okay, baby.
You should be able to handle the Titans, but the Titans have been playing pretty scrappy. Seahawks, who are 2-0.
Here, dude.
Yeah, Seahawks look good.
Their new defensive coordinator, and their defense is on point right now, son.
You get Dolphins again. Looking how the way the Dolphins are playing, you should be able to get them.
They don't, unless they bring in Ryan Tannehill, they ain't gonna be shit.
Colts. I think Colts just need to. They're struggling on offense. Their defense is actually pretty solid.
Defense is solid. Anthony Richardson, he looks good so far, but he's still showing that he's a rookie. He's not there yet, and his downfield arm, as good as he threw when he was at Florida, he's not shown that precision on downfield touches.
Mm-hmm. And then after the Colts, you got Chiefs, the 49ers, back-to-back. Ugh. Well, Chiefs, bye, then 49ers.
Jeez,
tough.
Go to rest and get beat when you wake up.
And then, so look at their last 4. You got Lions, who are going to be tough in Detroit. You got Patriots, and I know people are going to laugh. Oh, the Patriots. No, that defense is there. Obviously, they have a lack on offense, but don't sleep on that defense. Do not sleep on that defense. And you got Jets, division game, and then another Patriots matchup. I just think they're tough. I just think their schedule is pretty tough. There's some teams in there that are like, let me wait. Before we get up out of here, I got to pick your brain. Because I believe we talked about it before. I wasn't high on Caleb Williams, and so far in the first 2 weeks, he showed me why I wasn't high on him. It's not that he doesn't have talent. I've never said that he's never had talent. Mm-hmm. It's the, I guess, lack or thereof able to read the proper defense and know when to put the football. Because those interceptions he threw were in triple coverage. Why are you thinking you can make that throw? This is just not the Pac-12.
I'll tell you that. Thank you. You took it right out. I don't even say it. I am okay. So first of all, well, I can curse on this show liberally, so I feel good about that.
Yes.
Fuck USC. I hate USC. I am a UCLA fan, a UCLA Bruin all day. Fuck the Trojans. But I have always hyped up Caleb Williams because in college he had the perfect precision touch. He was just killing it all over the field. But then in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking he's playing Pac-12 defenses, and he's not. And I know because if UCLA can score with their sorry asses, Well, then clearly the defenses ain't that great because we're a basketball school. So that being said, I Caleb Williams will be fine in the long run.
In the
But
long
you're
run,
right.
yes.
Right now, he cannot read defenses. He's throwing balls he acted like Jalen Hurts did after 2 years
Oh my goodness.
versus the Falcons. And he's just being, and you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, and I want to mention this, every quarterback I've seen this year has been very reckless with the ball. Like I was watching the Raiders and Ravens game, and Gardner Minshew and Lamar Jackson are just throwing balls in the triple and double coverage, and I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, do we not have regular quarterback play anymore? So maybe the quarterback play is regressing, possibly.
No,
either way,
you know what? Oh, I don't hate that take because Patrick Mahomes has been pissing me off. I don't know what's going on.
You only got me 15 fantasy points last week. What is happening?
Bro, I thought I would never see the day Sam Darnold and Derek Carr and Baker Mayfield would be at the top of the quarterback pyramid playing better than everybody else. I thought I'd never – no, there was a throw that Sam Darnold threw against the 49ers and literally precision, threw it in between 3 49ers on a rope. And I was like, oh, my goodness, is this Sam Darnold? Derek Carr is lighting up the Panthers, which is easy. Lighting up the Cowboys.
Derek, I miss you. Please come back.
Baker Mayfield is over here looking like, hey, yeah, Cleveland, yeah, look at y'all. You shouldn't have been so quick to get rid of me. Now look at you.
By the way, Josh McDaniels, big fuck you for trading away Carr and
I don't know what the hell is going on. Why are literally all these quarterbacks struggling? Now I can understand the rooks. I can understand Daniel Jones struggling. That makes sense.
Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, they're all struggling.
They're all struggling.
So what do you attribute that to? Because I know like Kirk Cousins didn't play in the preseason. Brock Purdy barely played in the preseason. So you got a lot of these quarterbacks, but some did though. So like, what do we? Did Patrick Mahomes play at all in the preseason? I don't remember.
He did. He played a few series, whatnot. Honestly, I just think the athletes on the defensive side of the ball are just getting that much better.
Oh yeah.
I just really think they are. I mean, when you see cats like well, obviously he's no longer in the league. When you see cats like Aaron Donald doing what he did, when you see Von Miller at 35, for some reason is found in the fountain of youth. Cornerbacks are not, they're getting bigger and faster.
That's another thing is that cornerbacks are not as quick and as long as they used to be. So now it's like wide receivers that are 6'6", 6'4", 6'3" can just get, and if they're fast, blowing the top off the defense, yo.
Mm-hmm. And also, I think some of these D coordinators are, they've probably been in the league for a minute and are starting to get used to these rules that have been benefiting the offense, and they're getting tired of it, and they're getting better at scheming certain things up. I think that you got to attribute a little bit of that into there as well. I just think the defenses are getting they're getting better because I saw a stat somewhere the amount of scoring has gone down year after year. So I mean that might be
coaching because look at Jim Harbaugh. He came in and Los Angeles is a defensive monster, allowing 13 points on average in the first. When Brandon Staley, a defensive coach, didn't do anything for 3 years.
Give it a minute. The hospice units will start calling to the Chargers just like the Rams. Just give it a minute. Just give it a minute. Hey, look.
As long as you got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, I don't care. Give me them. I'm good. Give me them. I'm good.
Hey, but them boys Joey Bosa's gonna find his way to get hurt, just like Darwin James will at some point in time. It's inevitable. and I'm not wishing that on them. I'm just saying, just
Khalil, come back to the Raiders, baby. Please. It's like a crime show of me begging people. Josh Jacobs, why are you doing that for that ugly ass color? Come back to the Raiders.
man. Hey, they said, boy, get your 36 toes. I looked at, I'm like 36, 38 toes. I'm like, oh.
He ran for like 150. I was like, damn, I missed that. I remember that.
I'm like, damn, I ain't seen a guy get 30 plus carries in almost 10 years. I was like, Lord.
Minnesota, like, damn, I used to be able to do that.
Hey, before we get out of here, old man, drop the social so people can find you, bro.
My brother, you already know, and maybe your fans don't, but they should by now, because you see what it is. Ball and Buds, sports and entertainment. We go live at least 3 times a week, releasing videos every day. So please, what I would ask you to do is subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, that's cool too. And don't worry, because if you are a fan of Wildcard Mar and IOW Sports, I invite you Thursday evening, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We will have Banter, Brawls, and Bravado number 7. This is one of our favorites. I love having Wildcard Mar and Mel on for this. We'll have Clubber D. We're going to talk to Tyreek Hill police detainment. We will talk a whole bunch of other controversies going on. We'll talk the Diddy stuff. We'll talk the Kendrick Lamar versus Lil Wayne. We'll talk a whole bunch. We'll talk Shaq calling Gobert the worst player ever in basketball. We'll talk a whole bunch of things, and you're not going to want to miss it because it's going to be hilarious. So Ball and Buds.
Always. And you know what it is. Tap in with our IOW Sports Network, all our social media at the bottom of the page. Of course, you can tap in with myself on the Twitter page with all the content that I'll be dropping. Hey, man, it is what it is. Another night, IOW Sports Network, the sports show in the books. The late night owl edition. Make sure you tap in with Ball and Bud, Sports Entertainment, Bottom Line Sports. And at the end of the day, man, you know what it is. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. On behalf of my brother, Omar, the sports professor, I'm Wildcard Mar. We out. Peace.
Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. IOW Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wildcard Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Como de lo cigar. Man.